We have team coverage tonight answering all of your questions related to this case. Joe Ripley is live with security outside of the courthouse. Zach Merchant has new details on a fake document shared earlier today. But we begin tonight with Doug Richards with more on the witnesses we've seen so far today, Doug.
Yes, sir. This was a very busy day here at the Fulton County Courthouse. There were lots of jurors, grand jurors, and plenty of jurors just reporting for new cases to which they'd been called. There were hordes of journalists here trying to get a glimpse of the witnesses in the Trump case. And then there were the witnesses themselves, some of whom seemed to want to stay out of view.
Probably about 40 minutes.
Former Democratic State Senator Jen Jordan had spent about 40 minutes with the grand jury before speaking briefly with a few reporters as she exited. How were the questions? I mean, what were the grand jurors like?
Very interested, diverse, representing Fulton County, ready to serve. So.
Jordan was among the lawmakers who were part of a legislative committee hearing where Rudy Giuliani, an attorney for former President Donald Trump, spun false stories about election fraud in 2020. Former Democratic State Representative Bee Nguyen said she spent the morning with the grand jury. Georgia election official Gabe Sterling was also spotted in the courthouse. He was part of the recorded phone call made by Trump in January 2021 to Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger, where Trump told them he wanted them to find the votes it would take for him to surpass Joe Biden's total in Georgia.
I think it makes it more powerful to have a handful of eyewitnesses, especially on some of the key points.
Former Executive Assistant Fulton District Attorney Clint Rucker worked for 20 years with DA Fani Willis. He says Sterling will help the DA explain to grand jurors why the phone call with Trump is key evidence against him.
There were many public statements made by Mr. Sterling about how he felt threatened and the intimidation that was involved. And don't forget, as part of the grand jury presentation, they will actually hear the actual phone call. They get a chance to actually hear it. And so I think to have a person like Mr. Sterling perhaps put it in context, I think that would be really, really impactful.
So Rucker says that grand jurors really won't need that many live witnesses because in addition to the tape of the phone call, they will have the full report of the special grand jury that called lots and lots of witnesses and met in secret earlier this year. The question, of course, then is after gathering all that evidence, what this grand jury will do and when. Live at the Fulton County Courthouse, Doug Richards, 11 Alive News.